The time between purchases report allows you to understand when your customers are naturally going from their first to their second to their so on order, so you really know the appropriate time you should be contacting them for that next order. If we first take a look at the first to second order metric here, what we see referencing the data in this test account is that it takes these customers 86 days to go from their first to their second order. So we recommend taking a look at the median here as opposed to the average, just to exclude outliers in the data. But what we would say here is, of these customers who have made their first order, if they've gone 86 days or longer without placing their second order, we would consider this to be an overdue customer. And how we recommend really optimizing here is by coming over to our customer segment section. In general, once you install RetentionX, this would be considered under a segment suggestion. It's called second order due. All you would have to do is select create segment and it'll auto-populate for you. But in general, what we would be referencing is this segment right here, second order due. So if we click into this segment, we can take a look at the criteria here. And specifically for second order due, we're considering the following. So we're looking at your customers who have placed exactly one order, so your one-time purchasers. These customers are overdue for their next order. So this is a dynamic condition that's pulled in directly from the time between purchases report. And then the third criteria is that these customers are active. So we're not trying to grab a one-time purchaser from 3 years ago or so. They're still active, still low-hanging fruit, so it still makes sense to contact this customer. So our brands see tons of success using this segment in email marketing flows such as Klaviyo, MailChimp, etc. But really setting it up to where once someone is falling into this overdue group of customers, they're automatically hit with that reminder email to place their next order is the idea here. In addition, coming back over to that report, so the time between purchases, so this is a historical report, and the idea is just to get, a general understanding as to how long it takes your customers to go from order 1 to order 2 to order 3, and so on, so you can get an idea of your customers' natural behavior. However, if you wanted to make this more time specific, there are ways to do so. So the first thing you could do is you could create a segment identifying when a customer was acquired. So for example, customers that were acquired from January of 2023 until now, you create that segment, filter the report for that segment, and then you could take a look at the data for that more recent group. In addition, you can always look at cohorts as well. But another thing to bring up is a lot of brands always are curious how this data looks based on certain products or categories that customers are purchasing in their first order. So in general, you could do the same exercise, create a segment identifying what someone buys in order 1, filter it through this report to understand what the data looks like for that particular customer. But we also have a feature which can be seen under products. We can go into all products. You can look at it on a SKU level, or you can look at it on a category level as well. For this example, we'll just look at it from a product level. But in general, these are going to be all the products that are associated with your order lines. And if we scroll over, we can take a look at the replenishment time metric here. So what this is showing you specifically is the median number of days it takes for a customer to repurchase the same product. So we call it replenishment time. I think it's really great for supplement brands, beauty brands, consumable products, but also for fashion brands too, probably more so on a category level. But for example, if you have jeans, which are really a top-selling category for you, you could easily look at this on a category level and see of customers who are buying jeans, how long does it take them to buy another pair of jeans again. So a cool way to be able to understand either on a product level, a variant level, or a category level, in general, how long does it take the customer to go buy that same thing again. So in general, the time between purchases report really allows you to understand when is really the ideal time that you should be retargeting your customer, and a great way to understand when that customer is in general overdue for their next order.